to a RKO, and you would see, so in the background it would show you somebody getting done in. Who was it? What wrestler was it that had himself getting done in? It was Christian. It was Christian. Yeah. Christian's own Titantron had him getting done in.
Oh, really?
Settle this for me, right? It's often been said that Vince just didn't see anything in Christian, to the point it was all like, who was it? What's his name? Matt Stryker or someone had said that.
Was it Todd Grisham on ECW?
Todd Grisham. When Christian returned, don't sell it. Like when he comes out, and then you go back and watch, and he just goes, "It's Christian." And there's no like, "Oh my God, Christian's back," or nothing. I've heard so many times. Have you ever witnessed in any way or nothing that would suggest that Vince didn't see it in Christian? Nothing.
No, not that I've seen. I have a funny Christian story, and we still like pop each other with this every time we see. Every time we run into him, I could text him right now. And so I had just started on the road, and I was doing house shows, and the main event on the house shows was Christian Booker T. And they were going on and absolutely killing it. It was very, very funny match, very entertaining. People wrestle slightly differently on house shows, right? Like you get more comedic stuff, and you get a little more interaction with the crowd. So anyway, he comes back, and I just said, "Hey, Christian," I said, "Thanks for the house, man." And he went, "Yeah, no problem." And he paused, and he was like, "Hang on a second. Come here for a second." He goes, "What did you mean by that?" And I was like, "Well, I just started here. They don't know who I am. So they're here to see you. I wanted to thank you for drawing people in, putting food on my table, so to speak." And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, that's cool." He goes, "Did you happen to see the attendance there tonight?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And I remember thinking it was like really, really light. Like, there was like 3/4 of the building that was empty. And he was just like, in future, somebody might take that the wrong way. So every time I see him now, "Hey, thanks for the house, pal."
That's hilarious, because I think he probably thought that you meant that was ridiculous. I mean, like
he knew what I meant. He was just fucking, he was just being funny.
That is brilliant, though. That is actually it's a brilliant way to thank someone for a house being light. It's probably a great.
Thanks for the house, pal.
Excellent. Hey, before we move on for Christian, actually, he's someone, again, we spoke about last week, that probably doesn't get the flowers they deserve. And I remember John Moxley saying that he thought he was a good wrestler until he wrestled Christian. How good is Christian? Just business sense, in-ring ability, just as an overall package, in your opinion?
It just, as you said, hasn't gotten his proper flowers. Like, amazing. Just the brain that he has. He came up with so many finishes, and for matches that he wasn't even involved in WWE. So everybody behind the scenes knows that about Christian, knows that like he's the guy. If you have a problem, if you can't figure out how do we sell this, what do we need to do to put a nice bow on this, go to Christian and ask him.
Amazing. He's doing really well over in AEW as well. A lot of people saying it's the best work of his career. I think his career in itself is a whole package of just amazing. I've always been a Christian guy. That still cracks me up.
He's so funny. Remember him doing the fucking
the crybaby stuff.
And
by the way, that Christian theme after he broke off with Edge with the big sparks coming down at the back, that was a banging theme. That was amazing. He should totally bring that back. But yeah, Christian, phenomenal. We should do an episode about Christian at some point. Definitely.